So I have a JEWELMINT piece for the month of September. I had kind of been skipping the last couple months because I wasn't really seeing anything that I loved and that was worth kind of $30. And I've just been trying out some other jewelry companies and everything. So that being said, I did purchase a piece for the month of September. I think they came out with a ton of really gorgeous looking, definitely worth $30 kind of pieces, and I had a really hard time deciding which one, and I kind of went back to the original idea of why I even joined JEWELMINT, is because I kind of wanted to push myself a little bit in terms of accessories and go outside my comfort zone and get more, like, not funkier, but you know, more different pieces that I don't usually kind of resonate with. So for that reason, I didn't get some of the really like classic, really beautiful looking pieces. Instead, I went with this kind of more funky piece in my mind. The other thing is, because I haven't been doing JEWELMINT in the last few months, I'm not sure when they changed their boxes. So it used to be these beautiful mint boxes and this kind of lowercase cursive writing, and now it's all uppercase and it's a black box. Which I think is actually a lot smarter because these boxes kind of lend themselves a little bit more to being reusable. Like you can use black in your home because most homes, I don't know, it's black or white, I think is kind of really basic and easy to just reuse the box then. It still has this nice little like magnetic flap closure and everything. And when you open it up, there is supposed to be a little cue card here with like information about the piece, and for whatever reason they mixed up and they didn't include it in mine. It's not printed on the back or anything, this is just empty. So that's a mistake on their part. The second mistake on their part was they took so long to ship my piece to me. I ordered it back on September 4th and literally it did not come in until today, Monday, September 17th. Like that was so much longer ago. I mean, it's the middle of September already. I don't know. That's one of my big pet peeves about JEWELMINT is how long it takes them to ship the items to you. So that aside, this is the piece that I ordered this month, and I have to look at my computer a little bit to kind of tell you about it. So these are the geometric shift earrings. Kind of getting bleached out by the light here. I don't know if you can see them. 3-inch long earring, and they're describing it as precision patterns, clean shapes, and bold colors are ruling the latest fall looks. Our 3-inch earrings take a geometry lesson from the runway, with embellishments including black diamond stones, clear crystals, and orange and black enamel. The bedazzled square, round, and diamond forms ensure that this design is anything but basic. And like I was saying, I was kind of really loving a lot of their other, like they had a ton of kind of pave looking earrings out this month that were really kind of like classy and definitely classic kind of styles. But then I thought, you know, I really should be getting something that's different because that's kind of why I signed up for JEWELMINT. So that's why I went with these funkier earrings, and they are really kind of interesting. In person too, they actually sparkle a decent amount. These little stones in here, these little crystals, I don't know if I would say that they're Swarovski crystals because they're not mentioning it. Usually people are pretty poignant about saying it's a Swarovski crystal or not. But they are multifaceted enough that they really do sparkle. Can you see that kind of? So they have a decent amount of sparkle quality to them, which I think is hard to do with kind of, you know, rhinestones like that. The black enamel as well is really nicely painted on there. It doesn't look cheap at all in my mind. Okay, and then in the middle here you can see it's a different colored stone. The stones themselves, I would call them clear rhinestones, and then this one is like this grayer, darker tinged. And then even this little detail in the middle, how this stone dangles, and it's like a diamond shape. The rest of the earring, I would call this kind of a brassy gold finish. It looks very like bright gold on my computer screen, but I wouldn't call it such a yellowy, buttery gold. This is more kind of a brassy gold in my mind. And then these are enamel, black enamel on the diamonds at the bottom. And then this kind of like they're calling it orange and black enamel, but the way it's kind of swatched on there reminds me a little bit of like tiger's eye kind of thing, like a tiger's eye stone. But I think it's done in such a way that it doesn't just look like cheap enamel painted on there. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be a cut stone. Does that make sense? That's inset into the rest of the earring. Anyways, they're really beautiful. This is kind of what the earring looks like without the black background. So you can see it really does sparkle really nicely. It has a nice post setting, and it has a really nice kind of, I like these larger kind of backs, because when it's a little bit of a longer kind of heavier earring, it's nice to have something a little bit more solid as the post back. JEWELMINT pieces have been pretty good. I don't think they've ever like given me any ear problems. And this is very lightweight. This is surprisingly lightweight, because I think you would assume that with so much kind of hardware dangling off of it, it would be heavier, but it's actually very lightweight. So I don't think it's going to be super kind of heavy to wear for long periods of time. And then I have dark hair, so this will, you know, really look good against kind of my darker hair, because you'll see it, it'll really stand out. But I think if you have lighter hair, it will also still stand out, because it has these black kind of defining pieces that even if you have blonde hair, it would still, I think it would still stand out and look good on you. And the model on JEWELMINT.com is blonde, and you can kind of see how it still stands out really nicely against her complexion. So these are the Geometric Shift earrings by JEWELMINT, and like I was saying, I think they're really different, they're interesting, and they still have a bit of kind of class to them with the pave, with the sparkle, and the kind of bold enamel, and then yet they're kind of, you know, funkier. They have the different shapes, they have a lot of different little intricate designs to them. So I think they're really beautiful, and for me they were worth the $30, which is why I went ahead and got them this month.